of 65. But otherwise, it's a little bit of a throwdown. So let's just start to gently move through the neck, breathing into the side of the neck, stretching space between the ear and the shoulder. Taking a deep, long inhale into that space on each side. And then maybe if it feels comfortable to do so, just rolling the head down the chest, dropping your chin. And start going into a half circle, shoulder to shoulder. Dropping down, stretching open the side. Feeling the stretch through the back of the neck here, just waking up, getting the head off the pillow. And then think about coming all the way up over the center. Do the other half of the circle, going up and back. Now, if that's not comfortable for you, just stretch the chin to the sky. Okay, so rolling through some of those neck positions may be a little crunchy or awkward or just not feel right, and that's fine. Just stretch up, lift the chin to the sky. Feel that stretch in the front of your throat, allowing you to open up your voice. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and continue with that a little bit. We'll take our hands up behind our head, just a gentle interlace of the fingers right behind the head. We're going to take an exhale, rounding in, taking the navel back to the spine, letting your elbows hug around the ears. Take an inhale to lift the chest open and bring the elbows nice and wide. Exhale, squeeze in. Inhale, open up. Beautiful. So I want you to listen to your breath here. Make that nice seashell sound across the back of the throat. Ujjayi breath. Notice yourself pressing the navel to the spine as you exhale and really taking a deep inhale to open up the chest, lifting the heart and the sternum. And on the exhale, really feeling the navel press back to the spine. Making a beautiful wave sound with your breath. Starting to feel a little heat come into the shoulders and all that movement in our spine. Notice your hips loosening up a little bit as you rock back on your sitting bones and sit up tall. Beautiful. Take one more deep inhale, opening the chest up. I want you to maintain the breath at the top, stretching all the way up, crown of the head up, elbows stretching, stretching, stretching out. And maintain that breath in. And then exhale all the way out, round yourself in, hug the elbows around the head, press the navel to the spine, and maintain the breath out. And gently inhale back to a neutral spine. Just set your palms down on the knees, open. Just feel into the warmth in the shoulders, and electricity down into the arms and the fingertips, just waking up the nervous system this morning. Waking up the body and sitting into our newer, higher frequency as we release some energy out of our spinal column. Beautiful. Take the hands up to heart center, start to rub the palms together. Connecting both hemispheres of the brain. And taking a moment to set our intention for our practice. So once you have that intention in mind, bring your hands right next to the front of your sternum, pressing the thumbs into the sternum, sitting up very tall, opening your chest, just breathing in your intention 3 times on your inhale. Excellent. Interlacing the fingers, press the palms away as you round the spine. Inhale, reaching up overhead. And this time, send your intention out through your fingertips like you're creating a globe, a space around you of intention. We'll do that 3 times as well. Inhaling up, exhaling to gently send out an intentional force field. Is anybody coming within this space today? Be hit with that intention. Beautiful. Good. Come on up into tabletop. Go ahead and pushing your knees if you like. Take the hands right underneath the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Take a moment to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle the ankles and the toes. You want to take a hand and turn it under, stretching through the back of the wrist. Do that on each side. Beautiful. And then we're going to take the hands palms down with the 10 fingers facing the knees and sink gently back in the wrist here. Be really gentle. It's not a lot of pressure. More weight on the knees here than it is on the hands. Beautiful. Bring those hands back to neutral. Let's start to move gently through hip circles, taking the shoulders over the wrists and sinking the hips all the way back to the heels, really allowing the hips to snake out to the sides. So we're getting some good movement in the low back and hips. And you're probably going to hear some things crack and pop and adjust, and that's great, especially in the morning because you've been lying down and sleeping, but things are generally fairly loose because they're relaxed from sleep. And I'm getting a knee, a wrist, a hip, all kinds of little pops. So take 1 or 2 more circles in that first direction, and then we'll switch. We're still inhaling as we rock forward, exhaling as we sink back. You can go as slow as you want. Just really feeling into all those spaces. Maybe you take a little pause as you reach child's pose. Beautiful. Let's bring ourselves back to child's pose. Big toes together, knees wide, and walk your fingers forward, resting your forehead right down onto your mat. You can give yourself a little wiggle, sinking the chest down closer to the ground. Feel into the space in your low back here. Feel into the space in your hips, your shoulders. Maybe you want to stretch those arms another inch forward. Feel the heart melt towards the mat. Lovely, beautiful. Let's come into hero pose, coming up onto our knees. We're going to grab our strap for this next part. All right. So you're going to take the strap up at the shoulders and go just a little wider than your shoulders, maybe a width and a half of your shoulder width. Starting holding the strap really taut, pulling the sternum forward and your shoulder blades down. So we're not here with a slacky strap. We're really strong and open. We're going to lift up onto the knees, taking a stretch open through the chest, stretching the arms back, not past where it's comfortable, but a nice solid stretch. And then as you sit back down to your heels, the strap will come back down to chest height, not lower, just to the chest. So we're just opening overhead and coming back down. Using your breath. Now, as you go, you get warmed up, that might get a little more extensive. You might feel a little bit more stretch through the shoulders. Notice what you're doing in your low back as well. Sending your sitting bones to the backs of your knees. The bonus is we're getting these quads warmed up. Really control yourself as you sink back down with eccentric quad work, which is really good, pretty effective. one more overhead. And then we're gonna go into a rainbow. We're gonna go over the rainbow, taking like the right hand towards the right foot, as if we were gonna head towards a camel pose. And then to the other side. Now, if you want to let the arms go a little wider, if you have a hand that touches the heel, awesome. But don't overdo it, we're just warming up. Good. One more time, even out your sides. Go ahead and come on down to rest. Make sure you're even between the right and the left. And then lift that back. Nice job. So go ahead and set our blanket or pushing off to the side. We'll come up into downward facing dog. Take the time to pedal up the heels. Maybe shake out the neck and create a little space across your upper back. And just breathe into that space. Opening the eye of your elbow as far to the front as you can, turning your triceps so they're facing your thighs. And that comes from the shoulders, not your hand position. So feel into your shoulder girdle and just open things up. Let's go ahead and warm up with a few sun salutations. Inhaling up onto our tiptoes, look forward between your hands. Start with a nice step to bring the feet up to the fingers. Inhale, halfway rise, lengthening your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise up, pressing through the soles of your feet. Exhale, taking the hands down to the heart. Repeat your intention in your mind. Inhale up again. This time we're going to take a little bit of a back bend, interlacing our fingers, really pressing down into the soles of our feet as we stretch the arms back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise, bringing a strong spine. Exhale as you step yourself down to the mat. Now with the first chaturanga, you can feel free to use your knees and then warm up those shoulders a little bit more. Having a clean chaturanga versus chaturanga full of ego. Lifting the heart open, dropping your shoulders, still managing into the tops of your feet into your first early back bend here. Might feel a little more open than usual because we've already been warming up with some of those chest openers. Let's move it back to downward facing dog. Wiggle a little bit if you choose. So we're going to flow through this a few times. If you want to have music on at home, I would recommend it. I feel like the energy of having a nice little tempo certainly helps. So if you've got something that's handy, go ahead. Otherwise, you'll go with just my voice. Here we go. Up onto the tiptoes, looking forward, hop forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale to rise up, moving at your own breath rate, your own tempo. Exhale to bring the hands down to heart center. Bring it back up. Take that stretch up to the sky, lifting your sternum straight up. Press your feet down into the ground. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, stepping to plank. Lower down, leading with the heart. Inhale to scoop the heart open. Maybe you're in a low cobra now. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take 2 deep exhales here. And then onto the toes. Look forward, pounce forward, starting to warm up a little bit. Inhale, heart forward as we rise halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up, pressing through the soles of the feet. Good. Come down, hands to heart. Breathe it back up. Take that back bend, that nice big extension. Good. Release the arms and fold. Halfway rise. Stepping to plank, or maybe you do a little hop. Back to chaturanga, landing with bent elbows. Inhaling the heart open, shoulders are down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more rounds. I will still cue, but continue to move. This is really turning into your flow. It doesn't change. You know it. Bend into the knees. Exhale to step forward. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, rising up. Feel your feet against the ground. Exhale, taking the hands down to the heart, moving in slow motion there. Taking the time to repeat that intention. Inhale, extension. Exhale, fold. Lower a nice long spine before you step to plank or to chaturanga. Slowly down to the mat. Inhaling to scoop the heart. Exhaling back to down dog. Beautiful. Feel the heat in your body. Just 2 exhales here in down dog. We've got one last time through sun salutation A. Onto the toes. Look to the hands. Exhale as you step. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, sink back down. All the way up. We rise strong from our feet, from our legs. Pick it up again. Beautiful. Lengthen the spine before you step to plank. Moving back to downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Beautiful. Go ahead and take your feet as wide as your mat. If you need a moment in child's pose, go ahead and take that right now. Otherwise, taking a little down dog twist. Left hand to the midline of the mat. We're gonna take our right hand all the way up to our right calf, left calf rather, left calf or left ankle. Maybe it's your heel, whatever you can grab on that left side. You've got a good grip. And you're taking a little down dog twist. Opening up the upper back, shoulder. With the rooted left hand, really press out of your shoulder. Nice. Let's do the same on the opposite side. Rooted right hand, pressing out of our shoulder, getting that twist. Feel that all the way to your low back. Maybe pull your hips a little more to center. Nice. And back to center and down dog. Those feet back in towards each other. Let's inhale our right heel to the sky. Exhale, we'll step those right toes right between the hands. Nice. Go ahead and grab up your strap again as you rise to crescent lunge. Back toes are tucked under, heel off the ground. Square hips to the front of the mat. Both arms up overhead. Here with the arms up overhead. We're going to squeeze down behind the head with the strap. Inhale that strap back overhead. Cactus arms and inhale up. Take one more. Beautiful. All the way overhead. Let your right arm get heavy. Take a big side body stretch through your left side. Beautiful. Back to center. Drop the arms directly in front of the chest. Twist to your right. In the direction of your forward leg. Maybe you get a little lower in that lunge. Steadier. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Want you to stand up on that right leg. Give the left knee a nice little hug into the chest. Really push down to the sole of the right foot. Now, if this is just a balance challenge right now, we're going to stay right here. But you've got the strap, so why not use it? Lasso the sole of the left foot. And send that left foot straight forward. Beautiful. Using a focal point in front of you. That's steady. Lift your chest. Standing up straight and really pressing the right foot down into the ground. Beautiful. Gently come down. Land yourself. Big toe to big toe. Let's take a big breath overhead. Exhale, chair pose. So you really zip up your core. Scoop out your belly. Drop the shoulders. Nice, let's take hands back down to the heart center. And we're gonna twist our left elbow outside our right knee. Make that connection and really press in your twist. Now you can continue to look down at your toes or look up to the side. Either way is fine. Sink your hips as low as you can, push them back, put the weight on your heels. Feel those quads. They're awake and alive, aren't they? Beautiful. So if you're able, maintain this twist and step the left leg back all the way to crescent lunge. When you come out of it, that's fine too. But now we're in our crescent twist. Lengthen out the spine, breathe into it. Beautiful. Inhale all the way up. 2 breaths here, baby. And exhale down to plank. Maybe we can float that right foot as we lower to chakra. Inhale, open the heart. And back to down. Woo! Feeling good. Just breathing into it. Taking any little breaks that you need when you need them. Listening to your body. Not letting it give up. Work through some stuff. It's what you showed up for. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Exhale, roll it forward, landing the left toes right between the hands. And rise up. We'll keep the strap up overhead. Exhale, squeeze down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, squeeze. So the strap's going down behind the head, keeping the chest open because of our warm-up. It's nice and open. Beautiful. Last one. And then we'll let our left arm be heavy. Take that big side body stretch to the right. Maybe you want to get deeper into your lunge here. Feel that stretch all the way down your right side body. Nice. Back up to center. Lift onto your left foot. Go ahead and just take a moment hugging the right knee in. You want to wiggle out your toes and ankle. Really giving that knee a squeeze. Get a compression in the hip flexor. Good. And then since we're right here, let's take our strap, just lasso the sole of the foot. Send it out. Dropping your shoulders back. Stay as tall as you can. Focus your breath all the way down from your navel. Pressing in your navel on your exhales. Check in with your breath. Think about pressing through the sole of your left foot to get a little taller. Stretching through the crown of your head. Gorgeous. Nicely done. Gently step down. Make sure the big toe. Let the other toes really spread out wide. Get a good solid base. Inhale up with the arms and send your hips back. Give a little tuck of your sitting bones so they're aiming to the backs of your heels and you're swooping in your belly. Press together the knees. I mean, energy, like you couldn't separate those knees if you tried. They're so together. Good. Maybe lift your chest up a little higher. Try to get more vertical in your torso. Good. Hands on the heart center. And we're going to connect our right elbow outside the left knee. Inward twist. Keep the hips back and the spine long. I know the quads are talking. We'll address those later. Nice. Then we're going to step back the right foot directly back into lunge. Crescent lunge twist. Maybe sink a little deeper into that twist. Beautiful. Come on, way back up. Woohoo! Now make the fingers stretch up through the heart and chest. Exhale down. Float the left foot. Lower down. Inhale, scoop the heart open. Exhale, set it up. Anytime, if you need a little child's pose right here, that's fine. Otherwise, we take down dog. Notice how much much more open your upper back is. Beautiful. Keep going. Inhale up onto the tippy toes. Look forward between the hands. Get enough of these quads. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold it down. Rise up strong. Oh, coming into chair pose, sink down. Tuck the tail. Let's take our arms wide. Let's take our weight over onto the right foot, crossing the left foot up and over, starting in the eagle. So we can tippy toe down or wrap. Okay, and then left arm is going to cross underneath right. Try to stack the elbows over the knees. You're lifting the elbows a little higher from the chest, pressing the palms from the forehead. Beautiful. Maybe you want to try to touch down the elbows to do your best. Just keep breathing. Work through it. Breathe through it. Be in it. Be in the body. Be in the moment right now. And gently rise up. Unravel the legs, but keep the arms bound. Coming into warrior three. Gorgeous. Keep the breath. Looking through your arms. Think about the energy you're pressing out to the left foot. Gorgeous. Unravel the arms. Take the hands down. Standing split. Nice. Gently land the left foot about 2.5 to 3 feet behind your right foot. If you want to bring in blocks, let's just take a moment, pyramid pose, have a little recovery here. Deep stretch to the right hamstring, lining up your heels. Your back toes are out at 45 degrees. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Gently drawing your right hip back and up. And exhale to sink in. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, sink in. Beautiful. Revolve Triangle. We'll take that right arm all the way up to the sky, twisting in the direction of the forward leg. Keep pulling the right hip back. Nice job. Lengthen the heart forward over your fingertips. Feeling into all of your steadiness. Awesome job. Come all the way down. Send that left foot even deeper back. Set all the way down, left knee down on the mat. Add a cushion if you need, but underneath your knee. Hands across the forward right thigh. Just sink into this nice low lunge. Maybe that left hip flexor right now. Beautiful. And release. Step back to plank. You can go through a vinyasa. If you don't need a vinyasa every time, it's also your choice. If you want to add a little extra flair, you can add that here too. Maybe it's some knee drives or extra push-ups. Whatever it is for you this morning. You're the master of your domain. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 3 rounds of exhales. And then we'll inhale into those tiptoes. Look forward between the hands. Pop the toes up to the fingers. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, pull deep. Inhale, rise up. Chair pose. Tucking our sitting bones. We're going to start transitioning our weight over to our left foot. Crossing our right leg up and over. Start with a little kickstand tippy toe. Or wrap those toes all the way around your calf. And then the right arm's going to be underneath the left. Hands together. Palms are facing in, thumbs are in the direction of your nose. Lifting our elbows a little bit from the chest, pressing the palms from the forehead. Maybe you want to try to touch the elbows down to the knees. Check in with that breath, deep and steady. Go into it. Beautiful. Rise up, unravel, but not the arms. Warrior 3. Think of the energy you're pressing out through your right leg. And I'm going to guess that you probably need to drop your right hip. So get them square to the ground. Gorgeous. Unravel the arms, standing split. Hands down to the mat, maybe down to the ankle. Feel yourself reaching your heart to your toes. Feel the energy up through your right leg as you lift it to the sky. You're going to land that right foot about 2 to 3 feet behind the left. Draw an imaginary line from heel to heel. Right toe is turned out 45 degrees. Go ahead and scissor in the inner thighs, pulling the left hip back and up in space. And then inhale the heart over the toes. And exhale as you sink in. Inhale, length. Exhale, deepen. What's your neck doing? Is it still gripping and holding on? Can you relax that? Beautiful. We'll keep our right hand down as we rotate the left arm up to the sky. Revolve Triangle. Heart forward over the hand, lengthen your spine. Nice. And down the center, lifting our right foot, shoot the right leg back, and all the way down into your low lunge, right knee on the ground. Both hands across the left knee. Release those fingers and just deepen into that lunge. So hopefully your hip flexors can open in a way where this pressure on your back knee is not down onto your kneecap. Ideally, we'll be able to sink into that hip where we're not pushing down on your kneecap. But if you do feel pressure on your kneecap, think about pressing energy into the top of your foot. So like as if you were in an isometric leg extension. Go back to those days where you could use a gym and you're sitting on the leg extension machine and you are pressing it, but it's way too heavy. The last person that was on it was doing like 500 pounds. So you're like, whoa, I can't do that. But that's what you're doing right now. You're trying to extend against the ground. Good. And go ahead and come out of that gently. And I do want to take a nice child's pose now. So wide knees, toes together, and sink. Good, stretch it out even deeper. Walk the hands forward. Lengthen your upper back. And then notice anything that's gripping right now, what's holding you. And can you gently give it permission to let go? Beautiful. Let's sink forward, coming into our forearms. Lift up off the knees, heart over the hands. Right, so we're really drawing the heart forward. Good. Coming into a nice forearm plank. Fingers are extended out forward, so we're not doing one of these with our hands interlaced. You're using your forearms, you're using your hands. Pinch the shoulder blades back towards the spine. Feel the energy pressing down into the toes. Your glutes are active. You're drawing up the navel. Lengthen forward again, your heart. Relaxing your facial muscles. Beautiful. Set the knees down, puppy pose. Hips go over the knees. Let me stretch those arms out long. Deep exhale. Go ahead and slither forward onto the belly. Let's take a Y first. Okay, we're gonna take our arm down and scooch the camera in so you can see a little bit better. Lying on your belly, arms out like you're doing YMCA, but on your belly. YMCA. So I'm got a bit of a bad rap in the last 2 minutes. All right, thumbs are up to the sky. You're gonna lift up only the top half of your body, so your feet are gonna stay pressing into the ground. Neck is neutral, down at your neck. Breathe from your belly. Lift a little higher, extend your fingers further. Notice how your legs gotta get activated, right? You're working on. Nice, lay it down. Go ahead and look over one shoulder. And you just set your arms out like a T. We're gonna do that one next. So as you lift the top half of your body, your chest off the ground, shoulders off the ground, if you're feeling a pinching in your low back, you need to tuck your pelvis a little bit to flatten out. So you're not scissoring or pinching here at the lumbar and sacral joints. All right, so thumbs up to the sky again. And we're just neutral in our neck. And now we're gonna lift up an airplane up to a T. Now with these, I want you to extend your arms from wall to wall. So versus up, think out. Lift long. Still pressing down into the tops of our feet. Active in the legs. So we've got all those back stabilizers. Press down into the pelvis. Nice. And then lay down, look over the opposite shoulder. So if it's comfortable for you to grab both feet right here by the big toes, thumbs up, big toe side, we can do full bow pose, okay? If that is not even close, then it's half bow, half locust. That's how I'm gonna demo that one first. We're gonna take a nice breath. And then exhale and lift, looking straight forward and back with one side
And hand to foot here, connection and half bow on the other. Still neutral neck, looking down at the mat. If you're in full bow, it's both hands to the big toes. Nice, yeah, neutral neck. Then gently set down. Good, release your feet. Look over one shoulder. You can just let your hands sit down at your sides. We're gonna do the other side. If you're doing half and half, if you do full bow, we're gonna do it again. Good. All right. So the other half of half locust, half bow, or full bow. Whatever is comfortable for you this morning. Use your navel to pump the breath. And gently down. Good. Let's take one heel up high to our seat. Maybe it's even a crisscross to the opposite seat. Take a little prone quad stretch. If you flex at that ankle, you'll notice a deeper stretch. We're going to do BDQS here in a minute. Let's do the other side for a quad. I've got a fun prone twist here. So lay out like a T. Take the right foot back, land the soles or rolling onto your left shoulder. The knees up, sole the foot down. Beautiful. Beautiful. Come back to center and roll the other side. Very nice. And back to center. Good. Let's press off the ground. We're going to step our right foot forward, coming into our low lunge position. Have a block handy and have your strap handy. So you may like to have the left hand on the block in this first low lunge position. The thing is here with the knee, we're not going to go ahead and wing it out like lizard. You're going to keep the knee in. Okay, so keep the knee in line with the hip. And we're going to take our right hand, windmill it back to the left foot. Right hand, left foot. This time we're holding thumb up onto the pinky toe. And if you don't need the block, you just slide it out of the way. You can go hand to the ground. It depends on what your quad wants. Good. Gotta get the hip flexor open so that we aren't putting pressure on the kneecap, just like that low lunge we did earlier. This is where that really comes into play. Yeah, try to release forward. I'd rather you were more open in the hip flexor versus hand to foot, because that looks like so much pressure in your knee. Really? Okay. Beautiful. Gently release. And let's go ahead and walk over into pigeon since we're right here. Now, if you like to take a little cushion outside of the right seat in pigeon, just take that blanket, tuck it up under your hip or outer thigh so that we can really square the hips to the ground. Inhale, lengthening the spine, heart forward, and then sink down, nice flat back. Notice how if you draw your heart forward a little bit more, you'll deepen that stretch. Gorgeous. Slowly unravel. Go back up to like a puppy pose or maybe a tabletop and just take your hips side to side this way. Very nice. And then we'll step the left foot forward. You could always add a cushion for BDQS. Add a little support under your second knee, back knee. So we're gonna take the right leg back, left leg forward, start tall and really start focusing on the low lunge aspect. We're really just opening up the hip flexor. Don't worry about what's coming next. Because the more open all of this is, the better off we're gonna be. And then we're gonna take that left hand and mill it all the way back and catch our pinky toe on the outside of the right foot. If you can't quite catch the foot, then it's just the strap. Becomes a little arm extender. And I want thumbs up, so you're also opening the heads of your shoulder, the head of the shoulder. And here also, just like our prone quad stretch, if you flex at the ankle, you're going to deepen the stretch. Beautiful. Go ahead and release. And let's walk our left foot across. Maybe give a cushion outside the left hip as we come into pigeon. Stretch it up, square the hips, and then slowly walk it down. Focusing on the length in your spine. Using each round of breath to unlock and sink in. Gorgeous. All right, go ahead and unravel that side. We're gonna roll onto our backs. Take a moment with the knees, squeeze up to the chest. Be right up under the shoulders and gently rock laterally, side to side over the low back. Now, if a wheel pose at home is accessible to you, I say we go for it, but be cautious and know your limitation. Otherwise, we're going to try a shoulder stand. And again, if that's not accessible, we go to legs up the wall. So we're just going to get a little reverse blood flow here from the legs. But let's start. If wheel is there for you, I'm gonna start with the hands up, kind of shoulders, feet nice and flat, and just press the ground away, open up the front body. So we've already woken up all the right muscles for this. Give it a go. Otherwise, a bridge would be fine. Just give yourself an opportunity to try something new. Good. Bridge pose, got the block between the knees. Very nice. That is just fine. For either bridge or wheel, remember the sitting bones are aiming to the backs of the knees, and you're really giving yourself some length right here in the sacrum and not pinching. When you're ready to set down, take the feet wide, and we're just going to twist gently, letting both knees drop in one direction. And over to the other side. Now, the second option I gave was to do an inversion with shoulders down. Now, if going on your shoulders doesn't sound like an option for you, you can scooch over to a wall, get your feet, your legs, and right up the wall, and your seat right to the baseboard to do legs up the wall. That would be a modification from what we're about to do. That was very cold on my back. Legs up to the sky. We're going to the shoulders, stand, using your arms down to your sides, lift those hips up, hands go under behind your back, right up below back. Start in plow, and then extend those legs up, get your shoulders back behind you and lift your chin up towards your toes. You've got some nice space behind your neck. Your weight is on your upper arms here. Keep looking up at your toes. Beautiful. As you come down, knees go outside your ears and gently roll down. Come into happy baby pose. Just letting the weight of your hands on the soles of your feet facilitate that stretch, that nice compressive stretch in your hip flexors. Now, if you decided to do shoulder stand, but you liked the look of that legs up the wall, you're more than welcome to do legs up the wall for Shavasana. Very, very yummy pose. Go ahead and finish up any final twists, wiggles, anything else you need. Add a layer of socks, which I need before we head into Shavasana. Yeah, get cozy. Over the sweater, absolutely. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful job. All right, let's go ahead and settle in. Whether it's, like I said, whether it's legs up the wall, maybe it's a restorative bridge today. Find something that's really comfy for you, just for a few minutes to sink in. There we go. Here. In which case we might as well run ours as well. All right, so deep breaths. We'll have some white noise going on in this. Truly allow yourself to really let go at this time, really melting in, using each exhale to sink into your mat like it's memory foam. Feeling every last little bit unwind, unravel, and let go. Slowly come back into your physical body. Oh, I love the bound angle. It's very nice. Good. Yeah, slowly bring yourself back. Enjoy some means of little squeeze or a big full body stretch, whatever it is for you this morning. And maybe it's a little rock and roll side to side. Roll to your side to press up, or you give yourself a big rock and roll and rock all the way up to your seat. Beautiful. All right, let's open our palms up on tops of the knees. Taking a moment just to open ourselves up to all the opportunities in store for us today. Taking a look up into our third eye. Trusting our own inner wisdom to see those opportunities. And hands up to heart center. Take a moment to invite a little extra love and encouragement in. And take a moment to share a little extra love and encouragement out. Namaste. Thank you, guys.